Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the NS9 Postgame Show. I am your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we have Tyler. Tyler, we have another Pirates victory. They're loving their time in Missouri.
DiNardo, I feel like I get used to saying this. The Cardinals stink.
I would love to get used to saying that because they do stink.
They stink.
You know how I know that? Because the
Lost
Pirates
tires.
also stink. And they're
Yeah.
better than the Cardinals right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
But hey, Pirates win today 4-2, 3 runs in extras to give them that victory. Mitch Keller pitches a very good game. Offense wasn't there, but it did what it needed to do in extras to win it. So again, you face a bad team, you can do that, I guess, here and there.
Yeah, the Cardinals stink.
You wanted to ride this whole show saying that.
I really just, you know what? The rest of my life, I just want to be able to jump on this post-game show and say the Cardinals stink. It makes
We're
me
gonna
feel
have
happy.
this is 30 minutes of Tyler on a loop saying the Cardinals stink. And
That's my next TikTok. It's just going to be
There it
me
is.
saying the Cardinals stink.
I love it. The Cardinals do stink. But with that being said, the Pirates face the Royals. They swept them. They come and play the Cardinals, and they take the first game. As mentioned, it started off with Mitch Keller. Mitch Keller takes the mound, and he just looked good.
Yeah. So I think maybe I overanalyze Mitch Keller a little bit and try to like dissect him a little bit too much of the pitch mix, this, that, and the other. Honestly, I think if we look at tonight, like you can nail down Mitch Keller pretty easily. The fastball command was impeccable. He was, if you look at it again, Jason DeLay was able to just set his glove up anywhere in the zone, and Mitch Keller could spot it. Now, I can't say the same about the slider. He wasn't very good with that tonight. But the fastball, cutter, sinker, all of that looked really good tonight, and he was able to locate it literally wherever Jason DeLay wanted him to put it.
Yeah. Now, I just want to bring this up because, again, it's something that like we've noticed a few starts ago. Tonight, same thing. 4 pitch mix. It seems as if he has just completely eliminated the curveball and changeup. Actually, today was the cutter was a little less. The past 2 starts, I think he was cutter dominant. The tonight sinker, 4-seam cutter, and then sweeper. Although, again, like all 3 of those first pitches, he uses quite a bit. So, but yeah, like you're talking about, I mean, he gets the swing and miss. He gets the weak contact. He did have the home run. It was not a great placed 2-seamer, whatever. It was actually who hit it? It was Paul Goldschmidt, wasn't it?
No, it was Contreras.
Oh, that's right. It was Contreras. Goldschmidt had a bad night tonight.
And
so yeah, it was Contreras. That's gonna happen. He's got some pop. He's a good offensive player.
You're gonna give up. If you give up 1 run, it's fine. Early on, like I mean, even actually early on, he was, I think, through 5, gave up 5 base runners. Like he was fine the whole night. It just seemed to happen a little bit in bunches, but either way, he was able to get out of it. Cabrian Hayes is just excellent at third base. So
for every pitcher, by the way, today.
Yeah.
I mean, I jokingly said, I was like, it's nice that Cabrian could afford the Cardinals fans some opportunities to see what good defense looks like at third base.
Yeah, he was on his game tonight.
Man, he was a vacuum cleaner over there tonight.
Yeah, he really was.
I mean, it was
That's a great way to put
amazing.
it.
He saved. They talk about defensive runs saved, right, as a metric, but like literally, I feel like he saved about 3 or 4 runs tonight.
Yeah, like some of those plays he made are just earned runs.
Yeah,
like they're not going to be charged as age or as errors. I'm sorry.
Right. Oh no, of course. I mean, those were hit very hard.
But
wasn't say
he makes it look easy.
And you know who else saved some runs tonight?
Who?
Peguero with that catch.
Yeah, I mean, It was nice.
Really? Really? You don't get excited about that kid?
I really didn't.
Okay, fine.
You
You're just a hater,
nice catch.
Tyler.
Okay. It would. I would. I don't know. Maybe the center fielder should charge you harder.
Okay. Well, either way. You know, the problem was you were watching high school football and you saw that catch made 3 times tonight. So that's why.
Not by my Blue Devils. They struggled.
But yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, Mitch Keller did pitch well, but he did have some really good defense behind him. And that's something you don't hear often from the Pirates. So
Yeah.
he got some help. I mean, he pitched well. He also got some help. 1 run. And like you said, I mean, if you pitch 6 innings every time and you have 1 run given up every single time, you are the Cy Young.
Obviously, yeah.
So it's again, like you're going to take this start every time.
Yeah.
It's not his fault that they had to tie the game up and he doesn't get the win.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, it comes back to fastball command with him. And I really did think the fastball command was as good as it could have gotten from him.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to spot that thing as well as he could have. The slider was a little bit erratic tonight, I think. We talked a little earlier about him just abandoning the curveball. The sweeper seems to have been the replacement pitch for him for that. And velocity-wise, they're pretty similar, so I think you can live with that a little bit. He just didn't have command of that tonight, but he was able to really get swing and miss with the fastball. He was able to run it back, that two-seamer back at maybe the 3rd, 4th inning. That two-seamer was just nasty. Like, no, but like it was Vance Worley-esque. Nobody was even, everybody was just staring at it.
Right. Yeah, very much so. And one thing I just want to point out, because the broadcast said it, this comes from Jason DeLay, which does make some sense here. But, you know, we're talking about the cutter, and it sounds as if a lot of times the cutter actually isn't a cutter. It's just a slider that he's just changing up his speed on it.
Yeah.
Doing it harder or less. So again, just kind of note here. I know it shows cutter heavy, but actually in reality, what Jason DeLay is saying is that's really just a slider a lot of times too.
No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. You just tighten up that sweeper a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that I don't know if I like it, but okay.
Sure. At any rate, so again, like to kind of wrap up with Mitch Keller, he does go 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, and that was a little bit concerning.
Yeah.
But overall, didn't do any damage. 8 strikeouts though, which now gives him 187, I think, on the season.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could be off. I think so.
But going back to the walks there, I feel like the walks we saw, it felt like he was trying to maybe find that slider, and he was trying to get ahead with it a little bit, so he wasn't going fastball heavy, and he struggled to get ahead in those counts. So, I'm not as concerned about those walks as maybe I normally would be, because it felt like he was just trying to find something there with the breaking stuff, and he just wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, fair. Cool. Anything else from Mitch you want to discuss?
No, I really did like what he did tonight.
So something else we've kind of talked about, right? Just the number, right? The number that starts with 4 next to him when you see the ERA column. You know, you discussed it. You just don't want to see the 4. Like, you know what he did this year. You know he's a good pitcher, but you would just like to. It's more aesthetically pleasing to see a 3 next to his name. Right. So it is down to a 3.93 currently, his ERA.
It's better.
So we're there, right? We're there.
It's better. I need a little bit better, but I can live with it.
Sure. I'm good with that. And you know what? Maybe that just helps his case, not really his case. Maybe it helps an extension get done, because arbitration might look at that and say, well, 3.93 is an ace stuff. That's not
actually. We should probably be rooting for like a 450 so that they don't trade him. We saw what happened with Joe Musgrove when he had like a
Tyler.
386. He got dealt for nothing.
Tyler. They have 2 starters in their rotation. They can't afford to trade Mitch Keller right now.
They couldn't afford
So
to
lock
trade
him up.
the other 2 they traded. One, whatever. I don't know.
Which is why they should have went and claimed some guys.
Yeah, I know.
Moving on.
It feels like a lifetime ago, the trade deadline.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just under a month ago. Actually, in
about a month. Exactly.
46 minutes, it'll be a month. Okay. So, and again, like the bullpen came in after that. I mean, they shut the Cardinals offense down. I mean,
Yeah.
Halderman comes in, Majinski comes in, really good outing. Selby comes in. Yeah.
Are we talking about
First
Selby?
off, yeah.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Selby?
I'm gonna hold off on the I word. I'm not really intrigued. He's doing his job. Like, I'm not penciling him in, but he looks fine. Now, obviously, what I'm alluding to is, as it seemed like every pitcher in tonight's game took a hit off them. You know, he gets hit by the baseball, it deflects.
Yeah.
He grabs it, erratically throws it to first base. He had no business throwing it. I mean, so that was not a smart decision. But as far as the pitching goes, it's been fine. Like, I want to see him out the rest of the year.
I'll be honest. I do like Colin Selby a good bit.
Yeah.
Just it's trying to do a little bit too much there in that position. I like the stuff. I like the pitch mix. But we say it all the time. Every good team has 1,000 Colin Selbys.
Right. Yeah.
But it's not like throw him away. He's a guy you want to keep around. I think I'll use the I word. He's intriguing. I mean, I like him enough. He's better than a lot of the things we've seen.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You mentioned how a lot of teams have 1,000 Colin Selbys, and the issue is the Pirates haven't had that.
Right.
So at least we're at the point where Colin Selbys are pitching in relief for the Pirates. Like, at least we're there, you know, and it's not as if he's the one that they're dependent on either. So, you know, as much as we give this team, especially the bullpen early on in the season, right? Like in the offseason heading into this year, the bullpen's been fine, honestly, in my eyes, right? Like there's enough parts, enough pieces. I'm not sold on it. I'm not looking at this bullpen like, okay, this is what's going to carry the Pirates into the postseason upcoming years. There's still a lot of work, but like for 2023, it's been fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to put it. It's not the biggest concern right now.
Yeah, I think that's fair. There's actually some depth, and again, you can debate the quality of all the depth, but there's depth. They're major league players for the most part.
I think the issue is that when you look in, like, if we're looking at the forest instead of the trees, it's the way they've acquired that depth. That's
fair.
kind of annoying, but that's another podcast episode.
Sure. But at any rate, you know, like Selby, again, he gets the win, actually. Terrible decision for the ball, but it didn't hurt them. That was the biggest key. Right. It did not hurt them. Gets out of the inning. So he has just one hit, no strikeouts, gets out of it. And then, of course, Bednar comes in. One run, again, unearned because the guy was on second. Yeah. No big deal. I mean, like that just is what it is. He pitched fine as well. Gets to save his 30th on the year.
Extra innings are a freaking clown show.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
I didn't think about it. That makes the Pirates now 3-9 in extras this year, doesn't it? So how about that?
Sure. They're not good in them.
No, that's why they're 3-9.
But like, I appreciate the fact that I don't have to stay up till 1 a.m. to watch a game, but it's stupid. It doesn't work. It's just not baseball, man.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm with you, but I'm kind of already over it. Like, it's happened. It's done. Whatever.
it's one of those when it happens, I just roll my eyes. I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta do this
Right.
again.
Right. Yep. So I mean, at any rate, the Pirates are up 4-1. Of course, that run scores because the guy's on second base, ends up being 4-2. But yeah, the Pirates, I mean, so again, we talked about the pitching here that they did enough to shut this team down. The offense wasn't really there. Now, granted, they only struck out 4 times today. Like that's somewhat of a positive. But they came alive in extras. That's what really won it. They were
Yeah.
asleep for most of the game and they came alive.
Yeah, and I think the other part is Hudson's not really a strikeout guy. But we have seen not strikeout guys be able to just dominate this team and dice them up.
You saw Dallas Keuchel
Yeah.
come in and dice this team up.
Yeah, I guess like baby steps here.
Right. Speaking of
Offensively,
bad
like,
pitchers and non-strikeout guys.
like offensively, like I don't really know if I have many positive things to say. They were bad today. There really wasn't much productivity done at the dish today. Honestly, they're just bad. They got bailed out by very good pitching. Mitch Keller did his thing today. The bullpen held it together, and they were able to squeak out a few runs on some infield singles and a stupid extra inning roll. Like, it's a weird game. It's hard to really dissect, but there's not much positive offensively.
I'm with you. It wasn't great, but we've seen worse. And we've also seen extra innings and they're just shut down. But again, like give them credit where credit's due. They fought through. Now, most of it was the Cardinals defense. I mean, let's talk, right? Romero doesn't cover first base. Peguero gets on safely. Kutch hits a really hard ball.
You know what? Before you get to that, Peguero, you mentioned the athleticism that he brings. You didn't mention on the show, but you just talked about it earlier about on our group chat. That's the kind of thing he does, man. Like being able to beat out a ground ball to first base. That's kind of freakish athleticism right there.
So let's dive a little bit into him since we're on the topic then now. What I said today on Twitter, at this point in time, like you have to like what you see out of Peguero. Yeah, the strikeout rate's a little high. That needs to come down. But
And it
also,
has a little bit.
He's a rookie, right? It's going to adjust. But you look at everything. I did not see myself being this excited about Liover Peguero at this point in the time in the season right now. You know, I felt like there were certainly others. Peguero was trending more towards the, I'm not sure if he's going to really be a prospect too. He's probably the best middle infielder out of everyone that not named Cruz. Yeah. That's where we're at with him, I feel.
Are you more excited about him, or do you think he has better tools than Rodolfo Castro?
So what's funny is like seeing him, he's got power. He's got speed.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that you talked about with Castro, he has.
Yeah, we haven't really seen the boneheadedness yet.
No, well, honestly, I'll speak for myself. He has impressed me defensively. And again, like I think we were on here before, talked about it. Mainly it's because I came into here thinking he's going to be bad. I assumed he'll be bad. He has not looked bad. He's been solid. Now, he missed a ball thrown at him to second base that could have made an out today. But I look at Peguero and I'm comfortable. Like if what we're seeing on him offensively, he's not all the way there yet, right? But like you like where he's seeing, you like maybe where he's trending, you like the talent there. I'm fine with him as a starter, I feel like.
So I guess on my end, I might be a little more disappointed in defense just because all I heard about was how great he'd be at shortstop.
But that was the old Peguero.
Yeah, it is.
So that's fair.
And maybe I thought that, and maybe I stupidly thought he would grow into it at short. and be able to figure it out. He's not a shortstop. So maybe that's where the Rodolfo Castro comparison comes in. But defensively, he's a little bit similar to Castro, where you just can't play shortstop. It's simple.
But
second base, though, he looks really good.
with
At
that
least
said,
good
though,
enough.
I would take him over a Castro as shortstop every day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Every day.
Range wise,
So
it's a
like
different.
again with that like comparison there, you know, I mean Peguero.
I also think there's a little bit effort wise that he's a little bit above Castro, where he will dive to make a play that Castro might not have. He'll knock a ball down.
Okay. I don't know if I'm ready to go there.
Maybe I'm a little early on that.
Yeah. But again, like where I'm coming at is he was tearing it up in the minors after his slow start again. So he was tearing it up. You knew the offensive profile. You thought that when he comes up, he could maybe hit. I thought the defense was going to be atrocious. I thought we're looking at Castro level, and it's not. And so I guess to your point about him and Castro, those comps, I feel like Castro probably has a little more pop, but
yeah.
I think Peguero could certainly be the better player. Like I can see that. I can envision that.
Yeah, and I think Peguero has a better chance of hitting both lefties and righties.
Okay.
Like Castro turned into a guy that was he was only going to hit a lefty.
Castro to me just seemed to be he's extremely toolsy, where Peguero seems more of a baseball player. Now, if you can get that out of Castro, you have, I mean, there's talent there, right? Like we talk about, there's talent. If you can unlock it, he could be a beast potentially. Peguero is a baseball player. Like there's no question.
I think that's fair. I think it's very fair, fair analysis you had there. But yeah, I like what Peguero's done at this point. Little hesitant because of the strikeout rate.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, we've seen it kind of drop as he's gotten used to a level. So we'll see what happens as time goes on in the majors. And I think he's done enough to earn a lot more playing time than he's gotten.
Yes, absolutely. But like, there's no question he should be getting the bulk of the playing time every single day. There's not a reason to take him out whatsoever. And just put out there, like he is at a 30% strikeout rate. That's not what you want to see. But granted, you're looking at about 120 plate appearances. He's a rookie. You know, there's adjustments. Someone just kind of talk about here too. I mean, like Andy Rodriguez is known for his plate discipline, 25.8. Like it's not this like huge difference. I mean, there's going to be adjustments. I can see it creeping down. Today he actually had a nice walk.
Like it was like 41% maybe a month ago.
Well,
2-3 weeks ago. It was high. Mm-hmm. It was over 40.
But yeah, that's again, like you're going to see adjustments. You want to see them 30%. Like I'm okay with that right now.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing elsewhere, the eye test, like you're seeing a baseball player. You're seeing a guy he's got talent. He's got tools. Yeah. He definitely hustles.
Yeah.
Back to that rundown first. Like he absolutely hustles all the time.
Yeah. No, like he's a good fit for the team right now. I like what I see. Do I buy into him as an everyday guy? I don't know yet, but he is number one on the list of the second base like depth chart right now of just a bunch of 24-year-olds.
And he's 22.
Yeah, and it's a bunch of like 22 to 27-year-olds, to be honest.
Right.
I was being nice.
But granted, like that's fair. That's why I am excited about him. I'm not running the book and saying that he's going to be the second baseman. He's going to be good. But everything that you see from him right now, I'm kind of impressed. And again, he is 22 years old.
He is obviously the best actual prospect of the bunch.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, he needs to be in the lineup probably every day for the next month.
You need to learn as much as you can about him. He needs to learn as much as he can about MLB. because you got a big offseason coming up.
Yeah,
A
like
lot of decisions.
you have to find out if this guy can play,
For
or
sure.
else you have to find a second baseman.
Absolutely. So, with that said, yeah, Peguero had a good game today. Absolutely had a good game. Again, he saved some runs defensively. He helped attribute to some runs offensively. He did have 2 hits. The only one with multi-hits today. He went 2 for 3 with a walk. Outside of that, Pirates had 7 hits. No one had multi-hits. So, good game for him.
Yeah, everyone else kind of stunk. Like, they all kind of stunk.
Yep. Bay, Reynolds, Hayes all get 1 hit. Connor Joe, no hits, but did get a walk.
Hayes,
Endy,
though.
0 for 4. Rivas did have 1 for 3. He has a big RBI from him also.
Yeah.
He did have that right down the line. And then Andrew McCutcheon, the big pinch hit today. Didn't get number 300, but he's the one that hit it off Romero too, right? Like deflected off Romero, and then the second baseman couldn't handle it, and just bad defense all around.
Essentially,
yeah. So that was the offense for the day.
Yeah, it all happened in the 10th.
Right.
10th, right? Yeah. Yeah. No, 11? I don't know.
10th. Yeah, it was only 10 innings. You had me questioning myself now.
I know. I'm sitting here like, were we home or away tonight? Yeah. Extra inning rules just really put me in a bind.
Yeah. Well, let's rewind a little bit here. All right.
Okay.
They did win. Want to keep positive. We talk about some good things.
Okay.
But something happened today, and they kept asking about in the chat today during the Skeens show. We said we'd bring it up, and there's certainly a reason to bring it up today as well. So Miguel Andujar gets the call today. Why Miguel Andujar? I don't know, but he gets the call today. And he Miguel Andujars today. 2 guys on, first and second. No outs. Jack Sawinski up to the plate. And Derek Shelton says, I want to use my secondhand toy. He was here once, got DFA'd. Not one team claimed him. So the Pirates still have him in their system. They call him up again September 1st. Big September call up for them. He comes in the pitch hit. They don't look to bunt. They don't look to move guys over. Strike. Foul. Strike. 0-2. And then ground to third. Double play. Tyler, what are we doing?
It's bad baseball, man. Like, it really just comes back to being just really bad baseball. And I don't want to put all the blame on Derek Shelton here. A lot of it is Derek Shelton's fault here because Alika Williams is just hanging out there who can bunt. But at the end of the day,
what are you doing? I don't know. Just hanging around.
At the end of the day, this is an absolute organizational failure that you have a runner on first and second with no outs. And you cannot count on anybody to bunt a baseball. Because this team does not know how to fundamentally develop a single human being. And it's not this front office. It is, but it isn't. Because this has been... It might just be a Major League Baseball issue, to be honest with you. Because I don't remember the last time that I've watched a Pirates baseball team that knows how to do a single thing fundamentally well. They can't run bases. They can't bunt. They can't steal. They can't do anything well. So I don't want to throw all the blame at like this front office, but just to put a little tidy bow on it, you go Alika Williams there. You lay down the bunt and you move on with your day. That's just a very bad managerial decision there. Like, that's just bad. On no planet do you let Miguel Andujar hit. Like, it's bad when letting Miguel Andujar hit is worse than me thinking, oh shit, Jack Sawinski's coming up. He's going to watch strike 3 here. Miguel Andujar coming up there is worse.
Yeah. Someone responded to to me on Twitter saying that exact thing. It's funny because Jack would have only created 1 out in that situation. And it's
Whoever
true.
that is the smartest person I've ever seen.
Yeah. Like just keeping Jack there, he would have only had 1 out.
Yeah.
That was your best play, is to keep Jack there. No, I'm with you. Like, it's bad baseball, but in other sense too, like, you're in a situation where there are 2 men out, 2 men on, no outs, and your best option, you are the manager of the 2023 Pirates, the 4th year of the rebuild, playing the Cardinals in September. And you're saying, you know what? I need to go to Miguel Andujar to swing away, because you're not bunting. You're not bunting. You're not bunting, Tyler. Your thought is you're swinging away. So in doing so, I'm bringing my best option to the plate, Miguel Andujar, who since 2019 has a 225 batting average, a 255 on base, a 332 slugging, a 60 weighted run created plus since 2019.
What side of the plate does Miguel Andujar hit on?
Neither. He doesn't hit.
Yeah, but like when he swings, what side is it?
When he swings, he's a righty, Tyler.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, okay, but like in the 10th inning, who did the Pirates bring in the pinch hit?
Andrew McCutchen.
Ah.
Yeah.
Huh. So if like we were going to like bring, hypothetically, if you're going to bring in a right-handed hitter to face a lefty,
To swing away.
just swing away. Where are you going to go there? Like, what was
Maybe
Miguel
the guy
Andujar?
who's tracking to get number 300.
But like, what was Miguel Andujar's stat line again?
Since 2019.
Mhm.
So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Yep.
Those years, all those years, 225, 255, 332. Good for a 60 weighted runs created plus.
Oh, perfect. And then like nothing better, right?
No,
Like there's not a guy like waiting for 300 home runs or
no.
that just spent his career, just
Mm-mm.
absolutely raking lefties.
False.
And we just wanted to give him an off day for funsies.
Incorrect.
Yeah, that weird.
Yeah. So Pirates win in spite of Derek Shelton today. And that's really what it was.
Yeah. Oh
So-
yeah. He took he grew that goatee, shaved off everything else, and he just turned into a absolute moron today.
Yes. Yeah. I don't understand that one bit.
Also,
I
like,
don't.
he had a great beard. Like, I don't understand the decisions he made. I don't understand shaving his face.
I don't know. Especially
He's
after you swept the
full of
team.
bad decisions
Keep
right
it.
now.
You got to keep it. Can't change
Right?
things up. You
Yeah,
just
what
swept
are
the
we
Royals.
doing here? Come on, Derek.
We had to talk about it. We didn't want to make it the entire show. The Pirates won, so
Yeah.
I make it positive. But these are the things that just boggle you, from the top of Charrington saying, I'm going to call up Miguel Andujar, to the middle where Derek Shelton saying, I'm going to put in Miguel Andujar, to the bottom where Miguel Andujar just stinks. And he's on this roster along with Joshua Palacios and Alfonso Rivas and the other guy, I've already forgot his name.
Williams.
Listen, I want to lump him in there, but at least Alika Williams is pseudo young, was a first round pick. Like, he hasn't proven that he's bad like these other players.
Sure.
But Alika's in that where he's not good. But yes. Capra.
Sure.
Vinny Capra is the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, he's a thing.
Forgot his name, but
I forgot he was a thing.
That's who's on this roster right now. You have Capra, Palacios, Rivas, and now Miguel Andujar.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, what's going on with this org?
Promise that there's nothing else to fill him in with. Which is also a problem, but hey, Pirates won.
Yes. Let's end it there. It's 35 minutes. We had to get that little vent session out, though.
Yeah, Pirates won.
Yes. All right.
Cardinals stink.
They do stink. I'm glad it only went 10 innings today also,
Me too.
because TBA was going to have a hell of an outing tomorrow if they went longer.
Yeah.
So Pirates will be back tomorrow. I believe I'm on the post game with Connor. So I guess we'll see you then.
Yeah. I'm back on Sunday, so.
You and Dougie Fresh, I bet, right?
No, it's me and Jim, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's me and Jim. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm just so used to the Sunday tandem of you and Doug. So.
I know, right? I think it's me and Jim this week.
Nice. Well, I hope he's not enjoying his night because of Louisville football.
I hope not.
I know. Let's get out of here, though. We'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Hey, you guys.
Hey, you all. Thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.